you can play in any chapter that you want. So you get to meet people from anywhere.
What's up, guys? How are you guys doing tonight?
Good. How is everybody?
Doing great over here.
Doing well. Coming back to, what used to be a regular edition of APT Live. Let everybody get in. Everybody wants to know about the championships. Tuning in tonight. So got a lot of people coming on live on both Facebook and YouTube. So how's Kansas City, Jake? We'll start with you.
Sold out for the rest of the season. So, I've added as many spots as I can, reasonably add and still manage them as one person. But we've got our first little taste of some rain today that lasted for about an hour, 2 hours, and back to 99 degrees and hot and sunny and humid.
I understand how that feels because, we're just 3 hours west, so our weather is about 6 hours after you.
Yep.
So I'm with you there. Mr. Mayor Phil, how's Charlotte this time of year?
Hot, steamy. Again, we're trying to dodge the thunderstorms that are coming through. So it's all good though. We haven't had any cancellations or as of late. So pretty good that regard. Events are all doing very well down here. Both all the Triad, the Charlotte and the Upstate tours are having great responses to all their events. So we're looking forward to closing out the season in grand fashion and getting ready for the big championships.
Yeah, it's going to be a great championship season. We're really excited about it to talk about it tonight. Have a lot of information put together. I know we've been a little tight-lipped on it, so sorry, guys. We've been working on some things. Still some more surprises that'll be after tonight, but definitely get the base information and get registration open for at least 2 of the 3 championships will be open officially for business tonight. But first and foremost, I know all of us were at this little golf resort called Big Cedar Lodge in Branson last week. I'll start with you, Phil. You're farther away. I know Jake and I kind of split Big Cedar Lodge as our potential territories. It's kind of the halfway point. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good is Big Cedar Lodge?
On a scale of 1 to 10, 12, 13. It's hard to put it in words what that resort is. And the golf courses, the courses that we played, phenomenal. The feedback that we got from the players, and then the 19th hole at Paynes Valley is, again, speechless.
Right. I'd just like to point out, so we did some fundraising this week for Folds of Honor. One of the things I love the most about our membership is the generosity of our members. But in one weekend, $3,740, we're going to get to write a check to Folds of Honor
Nice.
based on money raised. So just over the moon about that. The generosity of our members, the impact that we're going to be able to make for generations to come, to our military service members, their families, really, really cool. So we're really excited about that. A lot bigger number than we certainly anticipated.
It's phenomenal. It's funny. I'm looking at some of the chats that are coming through already, and I just want to give a shout out to my mother-in-law who's out there. Shout out from Ontario. So
Nice.
Hey, Sandy, nice to see you. Nice to hear from you.
So, hey, watching you, you're a star, Phil. You
know.
are a star. So somebody sent us 200 stars. I don't even know what that means. And thank you, Jeff Marshall, for the 200 stars. So, Jake, 1 to 10, you got to rate Big Cedar Lodge. Any of the resorts we've been to, what do you think?
It's a 10, just like, realistically, all the other ones we've been to. It's just a different type of 10, Pinehurst was, the courses were beautiful. The amount of courses that you got, but to me, Pinehurst was all about the town of Pinehurst, right?
Hold on. I've got to ask you. Big Cedar or Pinehurst? You can only pick one.
Oof.
I'm just saying, if any of y'all understand how good Big Cedar is, look at the pain on Jake's face right now.
That's tough. That's tough.
You know you want Big Cedar. You know you want to say it.
If I have to pick golf, I'm picking Big Cedar.
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm just going off golf, if I'm just going off of how much I loved that town, Pinehurst was incredible.
Pinehurst is good.
You know,
Pinehurst is better than Branson. I'll give you
yes,
that.
yeah, Pinehurst is better than Branson.
100%. Did you play Ozark while you were there?
I've already played it before. I didn't play it this time. I have played it. I've played Ozark, and the only one I haven't really played is Mountaintop. But I know
me either.
you like Ozark. Ozark is
Ozark's so good.
it's a tough course too, man. It's a tough course.
Ozark is so good. So like Jody and I always talk about, we've talked about on this deal, you know, because we're both raters with Golf Week magazine, right? And so when you rate a golf course with Golf Week, we walk through, there's 10 categories you rate. And one of the biggest ones to rate is the walk in the park test. What is the golf course's worthiness of spending 4 hours on it? And I will tell you that Ozark National is the only 10 I've ever given in that category. And 10 is like best in the world.
Really,
I mean, name a place better. I'm listening.
it's tough, man. Those views are incredible, but I will say, I enjoyed the walk at Whistling Straits.
Fair.
I didn't. I enjoyed that walk a lot.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
but
because
I
you
had to
played
walk.
the back tees when you weren't supposed to.
we did get to see the whole course.
You saw the whole entire golf course.
Yeah, walked about a mile longer than we should have.
Hey guys, read your rule sheets. That's the moral of the
Read your
story.
rule sheets. Yeah, but it is. I mean, Ozark, when you're up top, the first time I played it, I think we were on the first, second, third hole, par 4.
It's a
Goes up
good
the
little
hill,
hole.
and then
You
has the
should not
cliff.
hit driver there, Phil.
No.
Remember that.
No, don't hit driver there. But it's
Don't
got that cliff behind the green, and I was there with Larry Langley and my buddy Justin, and we're on the green, and I look over, and there's a massive hawk, and he's like 15 feet from us, but he's circling the bottom of the canyon, you know, and it's just like, I go, you know, you're way up here when the hawk is right next to you, you know, like just eye level with this big old hawk. It was fun, man. It's a cool course to be up that high and just, you can see forever. It's fun.
Yeah, it's so funny. I'm watching the comments, and you know, our friend Mr. Brodsky is like, "Hey Matt, Bandon Trails is pretty sweet. Don't worry, Jeff. We'll get there. We are coming to Bandon Trails as well, and we will make a judgment between that and Ozark." I just want to point that out. But I mean, talk about good golf courses on the 2022 schedule. I can say that because Jody booked the schedule. So I'm just sitting here like the rest of you. I'm just over the moon at places that I've been to for the first time. From Bedford Springs, which was phenomenal, all the way through Big Cedar this weekend. We've got Deer Run in 2 weeks, which, in case you haven't been paying attention to the news lately, hosted a PGA Tour event last weekend, to Chambers Bay that's hosted the U.S. Open. The major schedule the rest of the year is going to be really good. Phil, are you going to Chambers Bay or no?
Right now it's a no right at the moment. I'm trying to figure out my schedule to see if I can get it worked out, but it's another one that's I want to. It's on the bucket list, just like everybody else. But I say I got to check my schedule out to see if I can get it in there.
I hear you. I just got the Raider schedule from Fegley today, and our schedule out in Washington is going to be dumb. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, I cannot wait. Chambers Bay. Jody and I are actually going to play Chambers Bay. We decided, unless we sell out. So if you guys want to get in Chambers Bay, you can have our spot. I might be a little bit bitter about it, so you might have to buy me a beer. Because Chambers Bay is definitely on my bucket list of courses I want to play. Beautiful. Jody claims it's top 3, and I've played a lot of golf with Jody, and if Jody says it's top 3, I cannot wait to be there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Definitely trust that one. It's going to be a good rest of the year as we're getting ready, and then we've got the championship season to talk about tonight. So have you been to Chambers Bay yet, Jake?
No, I'm going this year though. Me and Cliff Austin and Strasbaugh are going up there, and we're playing. Cliff's got set up a couple of courses for us to play in advance, so we're going up on Thursday. Come back.
Where are you playing? I'm going to screw up the courses I'm playing if you make me, but I'll tell you where we're playing if you tell me where you're playing.
You can text me afterwards because Cliff has them situated. Cliff just told me, he's like, by the way, we're playing some other courses. You're gonna like crap your pants. I was like, oh, okay.
Gamble Sands one of them because we're playing Gamble Sands on Monday.
That might be one of them. Yeah,
dude, Gamble Sands. I can't wait. Not as good as Chambers Bay, but just pretty much close. We'll definitely have to connect and figure that out. It's going to be stupid. There's so much cool golf in the Northwest.
I fly back Monday evening, like Monday night, because I think he wanted to play. It might be Gamble on Monday, So, but we're playing somewhere on Friday, I think, and then gamble on Monday. So,
What time are you playing Gamble on Monday? We have a noon tea time.
we have to be earlier than that. I got to be at the airport at
What a
5:40.
loser.
So, I'm going Thursday. I'm flying in Thursday morning.
So it'll be fun. We'll talk more about that. Lots of great golf in the Pacific Northwest. Don't want to miss it. Chambers Bay, though, host of the U.S. Open. Earliest, newest course to ever host a U.S. Open. They've just redid the greens. Just beautiful out there. It's going to be really fun. But, we've got 3 championships coming up, all at really, really good golf destinations. So we've got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to answer a lot of the questions that constantly show up in my email inbox, like, hey, what's the course rotation? Why should I come to Nashville? Like, all this stuff. What's this about the Senior Nationals? Like, we're going to answer it all tonight. So you don't have to call me anymore. You can just call Chris.
Still will.
They still will. It's for sure, because the people that call me every day, they don't watch the Facebook Live. So I can make fun of them and they will not know because they do not watch the Facebook Live. Watch me get an email tomorrow. It's like, were you talking about me? No, I promise you. I was not. Promise not. But before that, we had a great sponsor at the Independence Open at Big Cedar, and Turtleson gave some great shirts away. We need to see a special message from them, and then we will get on to the championship season. So I got to tell you, Jake, as we start this next segment, the commercial goes on, we get muted. I look over at Chris. For those that don't know, he's on the other side of the office managing the whole thing. He's like, I really just think Jake shows so well. And I'm like, man, he must be trying to hit on you or something like that, because he's always like, Jake shows so well on these shows. I don't even know what to say about it. I'm just like,
I just take up a lot of the screen, I think.
I was like, you can see he's only 6 hours from where we live. So if you want to go spend time with Jake, you just go ahead and do it, Chris.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, I get Borgmeyer, but I guess I'll take a little Chris too.
I was gonna say, you stole a little Borgmeyer from me. He's like, the other day, it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna be available. He goes, I'm helping Jake run his event.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I thought you were my.
You got plenty of help. You got Allie and Chris. You're good.
That's true. It is true. I was just like, okay, whatever. I see how it is.
Hey, let me ask you this real quick about Big Cedar. Best halfway house you've ever been in?
Dude, first of all, can we just talk about the bison dogs for a second? If you had a bison dog at Big Cedar, I want to hear your rating 1 through 10 in the comments right now. The bison dogs.
Yeah, they were so good.
I love Vic Tandon's like, not me. Like, whatever, Vic, you had like 14 of them.
And then went in the restaurant and ordered the loaded one.
You're like, they were so good for free in the golf course that I'll pay for one when I get
I
it.
paid $19 for one with bacon around it.
Totally good. Well, you guys will be happy to know that I had a conversation with 3 different staff members at Big Cedar today. So life is good. And it wasn't all just to complain about how bad of a time we had at Big Cedar, as you can tell. It was great.
Yeah.
So,
Are they going to give us a deal on the $7,000 a night cabins?
can't tell you that.
Golly, those things are wow.
Those things are cool. They come with your own personal putting green in the backyard.
No,
And a pool.
I know.
Cool.
Oh man,
$7,000 a night. Who's in, guys? We can split that 10 ways.
there's only 8 beds. 2 of you on the floor.
$725 a night if you want to bed, $650 a night if you want to sleep on the floor.
Right there you go. It's a steal. It's a steal.
So good. Anyways, Big Cedar, fantastic. Cannot wait to talk about them when it comes to the 2023 schedule. If you did not go this year, shame on you. It is so good. Like, seriously, the 19th hole. Have you seen? Let me ask you this question before we move on to the championships. The 19th hole at Paynes Valley, which, by the way, we raised $3,700 for Folds of Honor.
Yep.
Pretty excited about that. 19th hole had a huge thing to do with that. Is there anything better in golf that you've witnessed?
I mean, the 19th hole was awesome, but the drive afterwards was every bit as good. I mean, how often do you get to drive your golf cart through a cave?
So how nervous were you when you go into that cave and you're making that like hairpin turn and you see like the water and you like really can't see the bridge because you just like, I mean, how nervous were you on a scale of 1 to 10 in that little hairpin turn on the way back?
I'm pretty comfortable driving, so about a 1. And I only had two or three White Claws that day, so I was feeling pretty manly.
Yeah, I can understand why they wouldn't want you to drunk drive up there though. Like,
yeah,
because you could definitely drive into a waterfall.
You could cause some problems.
All the way back down to the 19th hole at Paynes Valley.
Yeah,
but it's all good.
No, that was just seeing that tee box, how they've got that carved and kind of it's like a mushroom cloud out of the ground, and then there's a tee box on top of it. I mean, it's so cool. That was fun, man. That was a lot of fun. And of course, I mean, Paynes Valley, let's be honest, is not a hard golf course. It's if you stay out of the sand trap, wide fairways until you get to the greens. You can have 100-foot putts on every hole if you're not careful. That's the biggest thing about the course. But there's not a blade of grass out of place. I mean, it was
so good, man.
So good. I told the guys we're standing on the first tee, I go, I don't know if the view is going to be the best from here or from down at the bottom looking up at all this. I don't know. And I still couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's going to be fun next year. We learned some things. We're going to certainly grow some things for next year's event. And it was the fun part today was we finally downloaded the drone footage that we got in the 19th hole. So our photographer went out and did some drone work on the 19th hole.
It's going to be good. Yeah.
We've got promotional videos for years. That's all I'm saying. Like, we're good. It just taking that drone like over the water and then like bringing it up to like the cave. It was pretty legit. So it was fun. If you missed out, like, don't worry. We'll give you another opportunity. It was so good. We are going to go back there. So don't worry. It's not going to be a one and done for us. It's going to be really good. Expanding our partnership next year with Folds of Honor. More details to come in that. If you love our veterans, you're going to love some of the opportunities you're going to have with APT to support Folds of Honor. We're really excited about that. But yeah, we got championships to talk about tonight. That's what people want to know about. That's what they want. That's what they're here for. It's what they're responding to our emails for. So 3 championships this year instead of 1. 3 is better than 1, right?
Yep.
I think we start with the seniors. Maybe, Phil's a senior. His bedtime's early. So we should start with the seniors first. So North American guys, you have to wait for a little bit. You are going to get the course rotation. Everybody yelled at us last year. What's the course rotation? What's the course rotation? Well, if you pay attention to the live tonight, you're going to know.
Yep.
But only after we talk about the seniors. And then the 4-ball abandon. Dude, if you're not coming to the 4-ball abandon, it's going to be good. Just saying.
I'm torn.
You should be torn. It's 2 of the top 10 golf courses in America, Jake.
I know. I've just got
Which,
so much.
By the way, as good as Paynes Valley is, doesn't even come close to sniffing the top 10.
Yeah, I know.
Yet.
I know.
It'll get there.
Like I said, so much traveling this year already, and then got to decide on, how much more I can do the rest of this year.
I understand. But Senior North American Championship. Phil, do we want to let you intro it? You're the senior. You're playing. You're signed up.
Yeah, no, I am. And I will be there. Again, we're going to be playing 54-hole championship in Myrtle Beach. We're going to rotate a couple courses the first 2 days for everybody, playing Wild Wing and Pine Lakes. And then, again, just like we did at the North American Championship last year, you had to qualify to finish to play on the in number 2 last year. So we're going to use that same method. So there's going to be playoffs coming on after day 2 to play at the Dye Club at Barefoot Resort, which will be the host of our final round championship. And then as a consolation, not really a consolation, just an excellent course in itself. We have Grand Dunes set up for the third round for those that don't make the final round.
Recently renovated, will open on September 15th to the public.
Yep,
so
exactly. Really cool. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. It's going to be again a great time. Again, the first one. So again, like as Matt said, I think everybody's going to be eligible. That's 50 and over as of that date. So just going to be a really good 54-hole event in Myrtle Beach. Lots to do. Lots of good accommodations down there, and we're going to have a great time.
Yeah, and everything's on the north side of the beach, so you can kind of to stay locally. You know, if you're flying into Myrtle Beach, I think we looked. Let me double check that. Airport there is 25 minutes from Barefoot, so nothing too crazy. Straight up 17 there, not a big drive at all. If you've not played the Die Club at Barefoot, it's in my top 10. It's a great golf course. Used to play there all the time when I lived there in Myrtle Beach.
If Jody was here, he'd tell us who the architect was.
Right. That's not where we're at tonight. I mean, the Die Club, Jake doesn't know who the architect of the Die Club is. I can't help you there, guys. You have to look it up. That's pretty funny. Rick Lee's asking September 25th through the 27th. Registration is open now. The cost is going to be $489, 54-hole event. Some great tee gifts, huge prize pool. Going to be a great time in Myrtle Beach. If you've not played Pine Lakes, have you played Pine Lakes, Phil?
Yes, absolutely.
How good is Pine Lakes on a scale of 1 to 10?
Again, another great course. I mean, it's hard to get a lot of bad courses down there at the beach. Again, they just went through a renovation themselves, and I think it's this weekend that Lee Barton is actually hosting an event there for all the seniors that are in that area, around this area. Go down there, check it out. You know, get a sneak peek.
Yeah, Joe Arnold wants to know if we are double dipping. That is a great question. The answer is yes. So some chapters have a senior net player of the year, some do senior divisions. And so at the senior North American Championship, you will have the ability to double dip. So you can play in the senior division or the senior net or both. And so if you want to come down and try to take all the money, you can certainly double dip. I know that's been a popular option across the country. It's going to be a great time. So everybody's going to just play Wild Wing, which is a really, really good course. When I lived down there, one of the hardest courses down on the beach, but a fun golf course, great layout. Pine Lakes, day 1 and 2. Everybody's trying to qualify for the Die Club, which, Jake, in case you didn't understand, was designed by Pete Dye.
Oh, is that who that was?
So
I thought it was Roger Fenway.
Pete Dye. That's all you needed. It's not designed by Robert Trent Jones, the Die Club, not by Curran Crenshaw. It's just Pete Dye.
Oh, not Jody Barrett. Not Jody Barrett.
We don't even need Jody on the call. And to hear the 10-minute lawyer dissertation of why it's the best golf course in America, it's just a really good golf course. It's one of my favorites. If you don't take me for my word, Ed, I can't help you. You just have to come play and see it for yourself. So, but the Die Club, really good. We're going to have a great time there. It's going to be really good. Myrtle Beach is a great area. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll have some other events planned outside of that. But a 3-day, 54-hole event. I love how Joe Arnold in the comments, like, he's watching. I'm sure he is. He's actually out knocking doors tonight, so he should not be watching. He's talking to his future constituents, guys. So he'll catch us on the replay, and then I'll get a text at like 10:30 at night, be like, I hate you.
Go get him, Jody. It's only because we miss you.
So Ralph wants to say, did you say everyone can play? First year only, guys. Senior North American Championship. It's open to all seniors 50 and over. Sign up and get out there September 25th through 27th. It is going to be a great time. If you sign up early, we may be able to expand the field. But right now we have it limited to 200 players to get us started for Senior North American Championship. It's going to be a great time. Open to all of our members 50 and over as of September 25th, 2022. Sorry for Mr. Allen, who's 49. You will be able to look forward to the Senior North American Championship next year. But it is 50 and over. This will be a good time.
Can't wait for 50.
How many years is that for you, Jake?
9 years.
9 years? I've got 15.
Yeah.
It's almost past my bedtime. Can we keep going?
Oh,
Boy.
I got a couple hours of points corrections for you to do after this, Phil.
Yeah.
Email, please.
Free prune juice for Phil on the first tee.
Oh,
Get your clamato or whatever, clam juice.
hey,
Oh,
nothing wrong with that.
I hear you.
it's a lot
But, since we're talking about Myrtle Beach, Senior North American, we'll have some time for questions here in a few minutes. We do need to take a quick commercial break from a message from our friends at 2 Under, based in Myrtle Beach as well. And then we'll come back. We'll talk about North American Championships. So stay tuned.
2 Under. Quality fabrics, no roll waistband, Joey pouch, elevate and separate, no chafing. What more could you ask for?
Elevate and separate, Phil. That's our motto at the APT.
Mm-hmm.
It is the best stuff I've worn.
Underwear to golf.
It is so good.
It is so good. I can't even make a joke about it. I was on the phone with them today, and I was like, dude, you have no idea how good your product is. So
I went through 2 other brands that are similar that I won't mention before we had our deal with 2 Under. And then when I tried it, I was like, okay, I'll give a few pairs a run and see what happens. I have literally nothing else in my underwear drawer now except those 3 pairs. No, I'm kidding. I ordered like 15, but
yeah. I'm just thankful that, I host the stock of 2 Under stuff at the house, because when we got those t-shirts from Tournament of Champions, I got home and put my dirty clothes in the laundry and Allie washed them. And then all of a sudden, they're never in my closet anymore. So I said to go get more because mine were gone. Never to be seen again, except every night when I go to bed, I'm like, oh, you're wearing my shirt.
yeah.
She goes, if I wear it every day, is it still your shirt? And I'm like,
They make a good point.
it's a valid point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I'm really excited about this year's North American Championship. It's a little cold in the office. I have the Absolutely Excited t-shirt on underneath, so I should get credit for that. But the North American Championship this year, I'm really excited to host. It's coming to the Midwest. It's going to be really fun. I love how Vic Tana's happy wife, happy life. You are not wrong by any stretch. But I'm really excited to have the North American Championship in Nashville. I think it's going to be fun.
Matt, I don't mean to interrupt. Just one question about the senior. When did you turn that live?
There were a couple people that snuck in early that didn't have a thing, and the answer to that question for Susie is yes. We will be reaching out to those of you that snuck in before we tried to turn it live to set it up to get the deposit paid. So we'll get you taken care of.
Gotcha. But I guess I already see 28 players registered already.
Well, that means 9 are already in and paid.
Yeah, so that's phenomenal.
No, 14.
14.
So there's quite a few. So people are registered tonight. That's good. That's good news. It's going to be a great time. But North American Championship is going to be really fun. Nashville, Tennessee, which people always ask Phil, and why Nashville, Tennessee?
You asking me?
I mean, or you can ask me back. I don't care.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, the entertainment opportunities, the golf over there is again very, very good. But the entertainment aspect of Nashville is going to be top notch this year. Again, it's not a little quaint little town like Pinehurst. So the entertainment options, the ability to interact with your fellow golfers and other families that are down there is going to be incredible this year.
Yeah, certainly. So a couple things that are key for you looking. Number one, there's no room requirement. So Airbnbs are huge in Nashville. We recommend Airbnbs. It's the best way to save a ton of money on lodging. We'll be putting out some hotel options over the next several weeks, but we want you guys book Airbnbs. That will save you money. This, by the way, gas prices kind of dwindled down. This is a great time to book flights to Nashville. It's easy to get in and out of Nashville right now. And there's a lot of great things about Nashville. You're going to have fun. We're going to have a great time. A lot of things we couldn't do with Pinehurst. Nothing against Pinehurst. We love Pinehurst. But there's a lot of things outside of just golf that we're going to be able to do in Nashville that we couldn't do at a big golf resort. And the golf is phenomenal. We're playing golf courses that have hosted professional events that are some of the top rated in the state of Tennessee. We've got some private clubs that are in the mix. It's going to be a great time. I promise you the golf is going to be fantastic. We'll bring Jody back on at some point to talk about all the architects, like Jason Jake said. He can tell you all about the golf courses. I've played most of them that are on the national championship rotation, and they are phenomenal. Some of the best tournament golf courses I've played. You will not be disappointed if you come to Nashville. The one thing I will say, we have scheduled events planned. We have events starting Saturday night running through Wednesday. And so if you're in for that weekend in Nashville, we're going to have something to do every single night. It's going to be a great time. We're going to raise a ton of money for Folds of Honor. If you saw the interview with John Rich, he's going to be involved. If you like John Rich and great country music, you don't want to miss that. we're going to have some fun there, and it's just going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time to build relationships with APT members from across the country. You don't want to miss the North American Championship, October 10th through 12th, and the Nashville, Tennessee area. The cost for that event is going to be $599. So $200 savings over last year at Pinehurst. It's going to be a much better price point. But the biggest cost savings, Jake, and I know you can talk about this, is no room requirement. So get an Airbnb with 5 friends and stay for a fraction of what the hotel cost was last year at Pinehurst.
I mean, Nashville is not cheap because it is a big tourist destination, but it's nothing compared to the cost that, I think when I left Pinehurst, my bill, my half of the room and the food, because everything you have to charge to the room essentially.
Right.
Put on a card to charge the room. I think my bill was like $1,600 something for 4 or 5 days. So that's a pretty good chunk of change when you're splitting it.
Right.
So yeah, it did get expensive. Again, totally worth the trip, but this is definitely more in line with reach of everybody on our tour. Everybody can go. You can make a trip out of it. Pinehurst is golf. That's what it is. Nashville, so much for the families to do. Take the wife down there, go out. My wife wants to do a tour of the celebrity homes, one of those, whatever, bus rides, that kind of stuff. I mean, there's just so much stuff to do down there. That's just not just all golf. So it'll be a good trip for people that want to do more stuff than just play golf.
Right. And the thing about the North American Championship, it's going to open for registration tomorrow for those that are exempt. So we have priority exemption qualification. We've got people that have already earned their exemption status in. We'll be publishing that in an email to you guys tomorrow. So look for that. I've got the website getting updated, all that good stuff. But the priority exemption list, so people already exempt, are the winners of the North American Championship last year, the winner of last year's National Player of the Year race. Congratulations to those guys. But the winners of the national major the last 2 years, as well as last year's local player of the year in every chapter, have earned exemptions. Other than that, so they're going to be able to register starting tomorrow. And then after Chambers Bay, we'll add the top 20 in the National Player of the Year race in every division, so an additional 100, as well as the top 5 in every local Player of the Year race. And so a lot of valuable points to be earned over the next month or two to get into this event. And then, there'll be a spot where it'll open up to all members starting September 14th. And so we fully expect to fill this field out at a large number. It's going to be a great time. But for those of you that have earned exemptions through your play either this year or last year, you'll be receiving an invitation from us tomorrow via email to go ahead and register, and you can go ahead and do that to secure your spot. And I will tell you, Nashville is going to be a great time. If you've not played golf in Nashville, it's going to be a great experience. Plus, it's going to be a big party. We're going to have a good time. Yeah. It's going to be a fun event.
I agree. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I think I'm going to be rushing in there from bachelor party that weekend. So, yeah. And Nashville, I'm going to be flying straight from there, I think, from Phoenix to Nashville. So,
yes. Oh, good question by Felix, by the way. Hitting some of the early questions. One of the things that we need to say, one of the rule changes from last year is if you want to play in the North American Championship, you have to have played at least 5 competitive rounds on the APT. So that's one of the rule changes from our members from last year. Got to play 5 rounds. So one of the things we'll check is if you want to be eligible, you got to play 5 rounds in tournament play with us to be able to participate in Nashville. So the other thing people want to know about, Phil, we almost forgot. Course rotation. Everybody asks. We've got it. Now, keep in mind, something should change if something crazy happens, but we're trying to give you guys the most information that we possibly can. What do you think? Jake, you want to do it? Phil, you want to do it?
I can do it. That's fine.
Yeah, let Phil do it. Phil knows those courses better than I do.
Hey, Phil, just don't announce the final round yet because we still got a few irons in the fire there.
Okay. So I'll start with Division 1. Division 1, Round 1, Gaylord Springs Golf Club. Round 2 will be at Tennessee Grasslands, Foxland Harbor. Division 2, round number 1 will be at Tennessee Grasslands, Foxland Harbor. Round number 2 will be at Hermitage, President's Reserve. Division 3, round 1, Hermitage, President's Reserve. Round 2, Hermitage, General's Retreat. Division 4, Hermitage, General's Retreat. Round 2, Greystone Golf Club. Division 5, round 1, Greystone Golf Club. Round number 2, Gaylord Springs Golf Club. And I'll hold it off there because after round 2s, we will be making cuts and everything like that. And then Matt will be able to explain the rest of that.
Yeah, so one of the most popular things we did last year at Pinehurst is we had qualification for the final round at Pinehurst number 2. It's going to be the same thing this year. And so we'll have all the final rounds in one spot. Big party and event on Wednesday as we crown our North American champions. We'll be welcoming – what?
At Top Golf.
Yeah, we're not doing it at Top Golf. It will be at Hermitage. It'll be fun. Hello to our buddy Will Morgan, one of the earliest qualified people for this year's North American Championship with his victory at Orange County National in 2021. So congratulations, Will. But it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a fun atmosphere. We've got some surprises for you. It will be an award ceremony like has never happened before on an AM tour. I will say that. I'm really excited about it. That's all I can say. Felix wants to know if it'll be posted. Nope, you got to watch it on the Facebook Live, Felix. It's the only time you'll get any information from us. Won't ever talk about it again. So I'm glad you're watching tonight. No, I'm just kidding. We've got our web developers working on the page right now. They've got all the information, so it should be up in a day or two. We'll send out an email with everything and keep talking about it. But yeah, I mean, North American Championship, Nashville, Tennessee. It's going to be a great time. All of these golf courses are phenomenal, by the way. Gaylord Springs is, at Opryland. You can't go wrong with it. It's a links golf course. Both courses, Hermitage, have hosted huge tournaments, including the LPGA Tour. Great golf courses. Recently renovated white sand bunkers. Beautiful, beautiful layouts. Will be really fun. Tennessee Grasslands is a private club in Nashville. Really, really good. We've hosted a tournament there. I couldn't believe how good the golf course was, to be honest with you. We went down and played to kind of see it. Jody's like, you got to trust me. It's really, really good. And I did. I was like, I've never heard of it. I don't know if I want to play the national championship there. I went and played 18 holes, and I'm like, it's national championship worthy. And then Greystone. And if you've not played Greystone's hosted the Tennessee Open for like 5 years in a row. Phenomenal tournament golf course. We'll have a great time at it. Nashville is going to be really, really fun. Matt Miller, I can't help you. Matt Miller, it is more open than Victoria National. That's all I can say. It's more open than Victoria National, so you may have a chance.
Hey.
If you want to play a match as a practice round, just let me know.
I think they're always more open than Victoria.
Yeah. You can miss the fairway there and not.
And Matt Miller, you cannot request that I am not announcing you on the first tee.
No. I'll have some good ones this year if I'm announcing tees.
I'm making sure that I'm announcing Matt Miller this year. I'm going to be like, and the runner-up at the 2021 Victoria National Match Play, Matt Miller. Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. I do love you. But yeah, so we've still got another tournament to talk about, and then we've got time for questions. But before then, we've got to take a quick break and hear a message from our friends at Global Golf.
Golf should be F-U and fun. But without you, it's just FN. So if you're tired of so many effing choices and missing all the best effing deals, let Global Golf put you back in fun. With you trade in, you select, and you try, send in your current clubs for top dollar, find the perfect gear for your game, and test it on a real course. Nothing could be more convenient and fun. So stop effing around. Let Global Golf put you back in fun.
I love that commercial.
It's so good.
That guy just does such a great job being so nonchalant about that.
I know, right? It's like he read it for the first time and didn't understand what he was saying.
My dog is needy tonight. I don't know what's going on. She is needy.
Yeah, we're getting lots of comments about your dog.
Well, she's look at her. I mean, she's gorgeous. Hi, baby. Hi.
I just hope she licks you and there's just like water dripping off of your face.
No, she's not. She's not much of a licker.
Right. Well, that's probably a good thing for your own safety.
Yeah.
So, David Jasinski, you can answer. The championships will have a deposit and a balance, and so you don't have to pay full boat right off the bat to get in them. So we'll talk about that more when we get to the Q&A portion. But I'm really excited about the 4-ball championship.
Gosh dang it.
I know you're struggling on it. You got to go.
I know, man. I'm dying here.
So the
I didn't know
whole
Jody's
season-
going to be able to go now, though. Like,
What?
Jody's got so much on his plate. I don't know if
He's
gonna-
going. He's 100% going.
He better.
Stop whining. He's going.
Well, I may have to. He may have to sub me in for somebody. You know, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, so you guys can lose. It's all good.
You and Regal will be in different divisions.
It happens. But no, it'll be fun. I mean, only if you like playing 2 of the top 10 golf courses in America at a 4-ball championship. I mean, seriously, how many tournaments on an AM tour across the country? Any of them? Name them. I'm not going to name them. I'm not going to say their names. Play a tournament where both rounds are at top 10 golf course in the United States. Name one of them.
PGA Tour. Hello.
I mean, Live Golf can't even say that. Let's go. I said it. Pumpkin Ridge ain't in the top 10,
Oh man.
but Bandon is.
Tell you
The
what,
Centurion Club in London isn't in the top 10. Rich Harvest Farms isn't in the top 10, but Bandon is.
I had the benefit of going down to the Dominican a couple weeks ago to watch my buddy Larry get married, and we played Punta Espada. I mean, you talk about another level of a golf course. There's a reason it's the top 35 in the world. It is absolutely insane. So if that was that good, I really do want to go to Bandon.
Just saying, Bandon Trails is number 10 in the country,
I know.
first round. Old McDonald is number 4 in the country, second round. So that means to tell you that when we play Old McDonald, there's only 3 golf courses better than it in the entire country. Augusta National, Pine Valley, Pebble Beach. I'm just saying.
I know. Believe me, I want to go. A lot of walking though for a fat guy.
Seriously though, name 4 golf courses better than Old McDonald.
I
I
never
mean, I
played
didn't
it.
talk about Shinnecock. I didn't talk about Oakmont. I didn't talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna regret it if I don't go. I know that.
Just saying.
I know
It's
I'm
a
gonna regret it.
4-ball event. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be a good time. Bandon Dunes, one of the best golf resorts in the world. It does require an on-property stay. If you've been to Bandon, Oregon before, you'll know why. There's not a Days Inn down the road. You can't go stay there for $5 a night. You just stay on property.
Eric just compared us as fat guys. Eric King.
That guy here, the walk isn't bad. Thank you, Eric King.
Oh God, Eric King.
That's pretty funny. I'm just saying, Bandon Dunes 4-ball. Well, here's the thing, guys. We're limited to 68 spots. 24 teams.
Oh, prime condition, Eric. We're prime condition. Oh, the difference is, Eric, you walk and only have to hit the ball about 68 times. I got to walk and hit it about 104.
That's not true. That's only on day 1. Day 2,
Yeah,
it's only
day
like
2.
73 for you.
Yeah, it is a day 1 thing. Oh.
I'm saying there's only 34 teams for this. We've got the event's $8.99, which I think is a great deal because it includes a practice round. So you get 3 rounds at Bandon. There's a really cool tee gift that I can't talk about yet. You just have to pay attention to it. And $100 a guy in the prize pool. So you're not going to win like $300 for winning.
Right. Yeah.
You can take caddies if you want to. That's extra, obviously. But highly recommended. But we're going to have a great time at Bandon. $8.99. It's open tonight. We've sent invites to everybody that won at OCN. So they're in or not. But we've got room for 34 teams. So it's open tonight as well. highly recommend going. You don't really fly into Bandon. You fly into either Portland or Eugene, Oregon. And flights haven't been too bad. So you definitely get signed up and go down.
All right, hold on. I'll be back in a second.
So that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Phil, what's your thoughts? Bandon dudes.
Again, another bucket list. Talking to some of the other chapter owners that have been out there multiple times. Our buddy Joe in Nashville. I know it's his favorite venue in the world, and he's played a lot of courses. So, his recommendation on a course is usually top notch and right on point. So, again, it's just one of those things where if people have the means to get out there to play it, just do it. You're not going to be disappointed.
Definitely. I mean, they cut us a great deal on rates, on room rates. They're not bad. We'll have all that information sent out to you here in the next day or so. Get everything going. Registration is open as $8.99. You will not be disappointed. Bandon will be a phenomenal experience, and so definitely want to recommend that. And a good way to connect with people. It's going to be a great trip for. It'll be a team games. It's fun. It'll be a good time. Those golf courses are phenomenal. Just sitting there on the Pacific Ocean. The thing that blows me away. I'll say this. So I've been a Golf Week Raider now for a little over a year. So traveling around and seeing places, haven't played a lot of top 100 courses. I've played a few, and every top 100 course I've played that's rated by, Golf Week magazine is so ridiculously amazing. Like Ozark National, for example, we talked about it. I'm giving it a 10 for a walk in the park. It's not in the top 100, guys. And so to get two golf courses that this same group of people rating golf courses that I'm like blown away by that are in the top 10, like shut the front door. I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be long before Ozark might get up there, though. But
yeah, Ozark's going to be top 50 within 2 years. I don't doubt it.
And I will tell you, though, that course can play two completely different ways. Because when you guys played it, they had some rough. When they did the mid-am there, they mowed all that down. So it was that fairway ran off to nothing. Yeah. You thought you hit a ball in the middle of the fairway, and you get up there, and it's off the edge of the cliff, and you're going back to re-tee. I mean, the guys were saying it was about 12 to 15 strokes harder when they played the mid-am versus when they went there for, like, when we went and played. Wow. And you guys were shooting like, low 70s thinking, okay, we'll play good in the mid-am. And they come back to mid-am like 85. Like, I couldn't. I thought I'd stripe it down the middle of the fairway and I'd never find the golf ball. I mean, because they got rid of all that rough. It was straight to knee high or it just rolled off the edge into no man's land.
And you don't want to walk around in the knee high up there because they have things that will eat you.
Yeah.
It's not pleasant.
Hey, at least nobody got, stuck by a bison while we were there.
Sure. I ate a lot of bison dogs, though.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of bison dogs. But anyways, we got time. We got about 10 minutes left for Q&A. But before that, we've got a message from our friends at Blue Tees.
What up, guys? My name's George Gankis. I'm a PGA Tour coach out of Westlake, California. I teach all sorts of players. I got PGA Tour players such as Matthew Wolff, Sung Kang, many others. There's nothing more I trust than Blue Tees when I'm trying to hit that yardage. It all starts with knowing your distance.
What up,
I'm all
guys?
about the Blue Tees.
George Gankis.
George Gankis. I got guys like Sung Kang, Matthew Wolff.
Ooh.
He might go to live, but maybe not.
I mean, that just means George Gankis is going to get paid even more money.
I'm just really excited because they sent me. Have you heard that new Blue Tees speaker they have? This thing that just released. They put out a speaker to compete with the Wingman, and that thing is freaking awesome, dude. They're like, Bushnell just put it out because they wanted some GPS in it. And we put it out because we wanted a badass speaker. And I'm like, they just sent one, and it's really good. I'm pretty excited for it.
Well,
So the Blue Tees speaker is legit. It was a good product ad for them.
might have to look into losing one of those.
It certainly wasn't a bad thing. But anyways, hey, we got a few minutes left in the broadcast tonight, so fire away with your questions about championships, handicaps, whatever.
Luke's got the one. I don't know if you saw that.
I don't want to answer any questions from Luke tonight.
Okay. No.
I'm just kidding, Luke. I love you. No, you won't get points for 2023 Player of the Year for 2022 event. Although we will have a major to kick off the 2023 season. Just teasing it right now. We're not going to tell you where. But in the first weekend of December, there will be a 2023 major at an awesome, awesome place.
No. Sorry,
Wilson, we are going to Whistling Straits in December. They gave us a great price of $199 a player for December. But bring yellow balls because it will have snowed for 6 months there.
It'll be a much different walk.
It'll be a much different walk.
I thought that breeze was cold back then.
We will not be at Whistling Straits in December. I can promise you that.
That was fun. It was a fun trip though up there, man.
I bet we could get the American Club for like $100 a night in December, though.
But you couldn't get there.
Right. It's true.
We'd have to have an APT snowplow.
Dude, that would be next level. Let's see, Mayor Phil is plowing the first fairway.
Nope. I moved from that area. Nope. I mean, no shovel.
Zamboni the greens.
Yeah.
So it happens. We do love some Whistling Straits, though. Wilson, you have to pay attention to see. I will tell you the 2023 schedule, in my opinion, is better than the 2022 schedule. More so because I did it and Jody did the 2022, but it's really good. So it's coming together nicely. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be fun.
2022 was a good year. 2023 is only going to get better.
I signed a contract today. That's all I'm saying. Like, I can't say where it is, but let's just say the 2023 schedule got really legit today.
My guys are going to start texting me and be like, tell us where it's at. I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah. So I'll answer Felix's question. You got to answer Greg Miller's question, Phil. To answer Felix's question, no, I did not convince Allie to come out to Tahoe in a couple weeks because I don't get to go to come to Tahoe in a couple weeks. But I'm a little bitter about it because Old Greenwood looks really good from the interstate, and I've never been.
I've got to look it up. Part of that answer, but to Greg Miller's question,
He ain't moving down.
Cutoff
That's
for
not
division. I know advancement. I know that, but the ability to move down ends on July 31st, I believe. Is that what we said, Matt?
What? Sorry, Allie was texting me. She says, "Don't tell.
On, pay
You're
attention.
such a bad secret keeper." So
No, I
don't
thought
you
we-
dare
I thought
tell
we
where you
indicated
signed
that
your
last-
contract. I'm with you.
Come on, man. Come on. The ability to move down before the North American Championship, I believe the last date to request that was July 31st. I believe that's what we talked about.
Yes.
And the ability to move up doesn't really stop, I don't believe.
It locks for the local finals.
Locks for the local finals, right?
But it's
I'm just
only a
looking
half
at-
point. But it's only a half point. So if you're like
Yep.
8.7 going into your local finals, you're 8.4 after the local finals, we won't move you until after the North American Championship.
There you go.
But it's just for the local finals. And David wants to know the final round location. TBA, buddy. We're working on it. It may be really good.
And Matt, sorry, just to correct you there, it's 0.2.
Oh, 0.2. My bad.
0.2, yeah.
So I'm glad you actually read the member manual. I just write it.
And we
That's
have a
why
lot
we
of-
have Phil.
Yeah, so again, you can move up after the North American Championship or after the local championship. Again, if you go 0.2 below where you're supposed to.
0.2.
Yep.
So
Good. Answer this question. That's perfect.
Love it. My boy Greg, he's a St. Louis guy.
Let's make him put a shout out here to Mr. Joe in New York. Joe, we are working out some details, whatever. But I don't know if you want to introduce him, Matt. Or you would.
Mr. Joe Arnold. Arnold. It's not Arnold. Arnold.
Arnold.
From New York. Mr. Arnold. He's going to be our first player representative on the handicap committee. So congratulations, Joe.
And I'm sorry, Vic.
Vic's going to D1 now. Kevin Smith's like asking specific questions.
Yes, he's trying to get in there.
Kevin Smith, we ain't answering crap for you.
He's not backdooring this one.
You're not the Kevin Smith from New York that won last year. You're the Kevin Smith from Tennessee. We do love you, but I'm not answering any questions about Tennessee.
Vic, Alex, and Miller are up.
Oh, it's a good
What?
time. Any other questions? Do we answer all your questions for the championship? I'm a little nervous right now.
You know, they're all just trying to gun for the information you don't want to give up.
Yeah.
I know. I've got some really good information. It's just sitting right here.
Yeah, zoom in.
Like this contract right here.
Careful. We'll screenshot it and blow it up.
Oh, I covered the logo before. We're good.
Oh.
No.
I'm going to be pulling for some private courses next year. I'm going to see. Some of these private courses in Kansas City now, they've bumped their initiation to like $50,000 to $70,000 just for the initiation fee, and there's like a 4-year wait list. It's so hard to get on them, but I'm going to try to pull some strings next year. Now that next year I'm planning, we'll be 200, 225 members. So, yeah, David, I'm going to go out there Saturday morning actually and playing with Cliff, and I'm going to talk to him about that. That's not okay for all the KC guys watching. The reason we haven't done Firekeeper is because they won't do any deal with hotels and stay and play stuff for us. That's why they make their money at the casino. The golf course is just there essentially. So they don't want to reserve rooms for golfers. They reserve the rooms for the gamblers that are going to donate thousands of dollars there when they go. That's the problem. I'd rather do a 2-day event there. It's a really great golf course, but I'd rather do a 2-day event there, and they just won't budge with hotel or anything. So we may be stuck doing a 1-day there next year, but we'll have hopefully the course to ourselves.
Hopefully. Firekeeper's a good spot. Laughing at Russell Cook. Those are mint towels, Russell.
Yeah.
They were not menthol.
Yeah.
There's no nicotine involved in this deal here.
Yeah.
They were mint towels. There's like a recipe on Pinterest that I've been sent like 5 times from different members, which are members that are on Pinterest. That's a whole nother conversation for another night. But I got the recipe for the freaking towels, okay? We got it. By the players, for the players. Not sure if that includes mint towels or not, but we'll look into it some more. If I got to get up at 5 a.m. to make y'all mint towels, you better be really freaking nice to me on the first tee. So,
Alan, you don't have to have a caddy at nationals. That's not the courses we're playing are not caddy requirements. You can bring a caddy.
yeah, you can definitely bring a caddy, or you can find someone on the street to be your caddy.
Yeah.
They're probably a country singer struggling to make it.
There you go.
So if you pick right, you get a really cute girl singing you country music halfway through the round.
Yeah. I'll play a tune and carry your bag.
We're just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to say anything else.
Oh man.
We're being good. So Eric, he might have been smoking the towel. It is very possible. That would explain the poor play on the back nine on day one. He was smoking the mint towel instead of using it to cool his body.
Not that I can really say a lot. I went 8 and 10 back to back. So,
Hey, I didn't make a bogey all weekend. That's all I'm saying.
well, you only played one day.
Well,
It's
there's our pace of play issue. Jake, 8 and 10 and back-to-back holes.
Fastest 8 and 10 you've ever seen.
You
Bill,
know,
my,
Russell,
my 10, I was still waiting on guys in my group.
much love to the Russell Cook. We're running a huge event, by the way, in Memphis on Monday, in case you guys didn't hear. TPC Southwind, like 3 weeks before the PGA Tour playoffs. Not a bad little deal.
Yep.
So, pretty good. Randy was, so any chance we're playing Copperhead in Florida? That's Tampa?
Mm-hmm.
So there's always a chance, Randy. But you got to stay tuned. We haven't released the 2023 schedule yet. We're still working.
Yeah. There's, no shortage of good golf in Florida.
A lot of good golf in Florida.
I'm hoping for a little Gulf Shores action one of these years.
Gulf Shores. I like it. We're working on it.
Yep.
Any other questions? I'll let Jake and Phil have the floor.
No.
I don't see any other questions coming in.
Big Daddy's calling us home.
Big Daddy is calling us home. Chris Isom saying, guys, you've had your time. Jody's not here to explain to you the designer of every golf course.
And Jake won't talk college sports. So
Oh, goodness. If we almost made it an entire broadcast without talking about Ole Miss winning the baseball championship.
we didn't have to bring it up. You didn't have to say
Where's
it.
Ray Wheeler when we need him? Talking about Mississippi State.
Oh man. I got the whole story from Russell though.
That's true. He was there.
Yeah, he said he was going to call me because he called 17 hotels in Kansas City to try to find a hotel. He's like, I almost had to call you.
You should let him sleep with the dog. That'd have been funny.
Well, he wouldn't have made it to the national championship.
Oh, it's so interesting. Mark Lamra, more St. Louis people asking me questions. Do you have a set number of majors you're going to have in 2023? The easy answer to that is no. I mean, kind of.
She would, Russell.
Yeah, Russell, he's not kidding on that.
She loves us, but she is a guard dog by nature.
And Felix wants to know, are the champions getting a jacket to wear into next year? Got to win a championship to find out, Felix. So.
Less is better, said my wallet. Gonna have to kill some more bugs, or Felix.
It's pretty good. Phil, your final thoughts?
No, just guys that are out there, enjoy the rest of the season. I'm sure I'll be seeing you guys at a number of events coming up, not only locally, but again on the national scene as well. So play well, keep it in the fairway.
Your final thoughts, Jake?
Man, Big Cedar was a blast. This year's been a blast. It's been kind of hectic, and I'm excited that we're already sold out for the rest of the season for our events. Our last 4 events are all filled up. So yeah, I'm excited for what this is bringing for Kansas City and for our guys, and looking forward to continue to grow. And I really encourage my guys to travel and go play other events and go play the majors and get to know guys. And it's a good time, man. I've made some great friends all across the country from this, and that's what it's all about. It's fun to play golf at these courses, but it's more fun to play and meet some good people.
Definitely. No, I think my final thoughts for tonight is I really pray that they cut the rough at TPC Deer Run sometime in the next 2 weeks. But cannot wait to be at TPC Deer Run in 2 weeks. Phenomenal golf course. Going to be really fun. Look forward to seeing people. And other than that, man, I'll see you in 2 weeks, Jake. It's going to be fun.
I'll be there. I'm going to play Fire Lake on Friday. Cliff and I are driving up Thursday night.
Cool.
So I'm going to play
I think
Fire Lake on Friday.
we'll be there as well. Chris, what's our commercial going out? Well, I guess we just have an outro. So anyways, until 2 weeks from now, we'll do another broadcast, talk about the some championships and more, have some more information for you guys. But until then, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Play well this weekend.
See you guys.
you can play in any chapter that you want. So you get to meet people from anywhere.